What's going on, everybody? It's Jack, and today I want to talk to you guys about what I believe to be one of the most underutilized or at least underappreciated abilities in the game. Now, it's not something that nobody uses, but it's not looked at from a competitive standpoint. I'm sure there are people who use it because it's a lower end ability, but I don't think people understand why they should use it and why I believe it's so underappreciated and undervalued. But before we get into that, I just want to say thank you guys so much for the 1,000 subscribers on here. That support means a whole lot, so I just want to say thank you guys so much. And if you are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button, maybe ringing that notification bell, because those notification bells, help me out a lot. And, maybe, hit that thumbs up thing. Like, that'd be cool, too. And obviously, follow me on Twitch. This past weekend, at the time of recording, this intro anyway, I was top 100, but I haven't checked to see if I ended up top 100. But at the end of me playing, I was ranked top 100. So that offense is going to be coming out for my subscribers on Twitch. So consider subscribing over there so you guys can get that ebook, because it is one of the most fun passing offenses I think you can have, at least for the rest of the year. It's definitely what I'm going to be using because I think I finally kind of figured out how to pass the ball. So I'm enjoying the game more. But enough about all that. Obviously, links will be down in the description for Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, all that. We are here to talk about grab and go. Grab and go in regs, only one wide receiver has it. Odell Beckham. However, in MUT, at this point, pretty much every single wide receiver in the game can get grab and go. It's a lower end ability. It's a low tier ability. It's really cheap. Training wise, it's really cheap cap wise. Not that cap matters anymore to most people, but it's super affordable, super accessible, and it's super undervalued. The reason why we're doing it this way for an intro is because I want to show you guys the verbiage for the ability itself, which reads, grab and go is quicker turning and change of direction after a catch. Now, that means you can catch the ball, turn upfield, right? You catch the ball, you can go left, you can go right, you can have control over your wide receiver. Now, that sounds oddly familiar, right? Because if we are still in regs right now, and we go look at the Ravens, one of the most popular abilities in the game is fast break, right? QB blast. It's popular if you play online, right? Regs, I'm sure you've seen Lamar Jackson do it. Heavy Panther or Taysom Hill, right? I'm sure you've seen it. MUT, obviously Lamar Jackson, Mike Vick, Kyler Murray. But look at fast break. Improved ball carrier control on designed QB runs. Well, ball carrier control, doesn't that mean going left and right and upfield, right? So, grab and go is the wide receiver equivalent of fast break, because obviously fast break is a lower tier than human joystick, but grab and go would be a lower tier of human joystick for wide receivers. So we have human joystick up here, but then the next tier below would be grab and go and fast break, depending on the skill position that we're talking about. So I'm going to show you guys a lot of examples of just why grab and go is the wide receiver equivalent of human joystick. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Here we are, practice mode, Cleveland Browns. Odell Beckham has grab and go, so we have to use the Cleveland Browns. Formation does not matter. We're just going to start off showing you guys in split close because it's popular enough. But what matters is that you have the ability. The route does not matter. Slant, drag, in, out, corner, post, poco, streak, wheel, fade, RPO does not matter. All that matters is you have the ability on the wide receiver. And because it's such a cheap ability training-wise, and it's a cheap ability tier-wise, you can pretty much put it on whoever you want. So that's nice and accessible to everybody, except in regs. Because regs, apparently, only one wide receiver knows how to catch the ball and run after it. But we're going to go split close again, just for an example. We're going to start off against cover 0. And we're going to go cover 0 just because I want to show you guys what it looks like with a slant route first. So you can see him catch the ball and cut straight up field north-south. That's the cool thing about this ability. It's not just about making people miss like fast break, because let's be real, people like making people miss and stop and goes and stuff like that. And you can do that with this ability. But it's a wide receiver, so you're catching it in space, you're catching it in traffic, stuff like that. The cool thing about this ability is that you can turn a 3 or 4 yard catch into a first down. You can get that extra bit of yardage that you need, then you're not like pressing for a route that's very specific to get that deep. Like, yeah, you can do a stop and go. Yeah, you can do a little like swivel. You can do a little wiggle, like whatever you want, and make somebody miss. And with a user controlling somebody and clicking on or clicking off, it's going to be even easier to make somebody miss in an actual game than obviously just 11 computer players. But what makes this ability so useful is the ability to turn a short yardage gain into a much larger potential gain. So we're going to show you guys with the slant, catch it, turn up field, and I made a guy miss right there. That perfect example, probably not going to happen again. But that was a perfect example of what I was just talking about. So, mark it down, March 24th, 1:22 p.m., practice mode cooperated. Mark it down because this day just went down in history. Let's hopefully let it go 2 times in a row. It's probably not. Okay, but you see, turn up field. I take a hit, but okay. The cool thing about the ability also is that you can make that little like bend around a defender to not take a clean shot, so you're not as likely to fumble. Especially with all the enforcers running around and the 99 hit powers running around. You want to avoid as many big hits as you possibly can. And see, there we go. We bend that slant almost back on like an angle the opposite direction. And that's really nice to be able to do, right? To have control over your wide receiver, which is all we want. We just want control. We just want to be able to user the players that we ask to user. So we're going to show you guys against the zone blitz now. We're just going to go pinch dog to press just to show you guys what happens against the hook zones. Obviously, they are hook zones, so it's a little different. You're not going to get touchdowns every play with this ability. It's not a guaranteed 1-play touchdown, but it's good to take a drag route from a 2-3 yard gain, especially with those stupid possession catch animations, and just swinging it upfield. You can turn this 2-yard catch into probably like 5 or 6 or 7 yards. Good block there, but you can see nice little drag route. Now what happens when that guy doesn't cut block, right? Like now, right? Because that's bound to happen. Well, what's going to happen when he doesn't do that? Because he's bound to not block him every time, right? You're going to have times where you catch it where he doesn't actually cut block somebody. Well, here you go. You can take that, cut it upfield, and again, look at that. We just ran the coverage off instead just to kind of create some spacing, which is cool, right? We can create the spacing all we want, but then you have the ability to catch it and run upfield. You're not running out of bounds, right? We turn it upfield. We can do this. We can do this. And we took a drag route, bent it all the way back inside, and then back outside. And it's really that easy. We're going to do it one more time just so you can see what happens with the drag route. You know what? Actually, we're going to put him on an in route. I did drag route twice. We're going to put him on an in route now. Same thing. Same concept, right? Same exact concept. Really nice, right? But then we can do something like that. Ooh, a little swivel spin, and we're out. There you go. Grab and go. It's fast break for your wide receivers. It's not as good as human joystick, but you're not going to have human joystick on everybody. But you're not going to run a wildcat with wide receivers either every play. So if you're actually throwing the ball and you want to have control of your wide receivers, use grab and go. But that's going to do it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys use this ability. It's super underutilized, super cheap. No reason not to. But until next time, I'm out.